Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Martina and here am I with a new journal and also a confession. I think I have to confess that I created a monster. This monster has this very handsome name, Victorian Beauties, but it's a monster and it has a big alligator mouth because, as usual, I couldn't stop decorating. And on top, this journal has, I think, a lot of almost everything you can expect in a journal. Decoration, laces, trims, flip outs, flip ups, empty pages as well, so you can use it for writing. And maybe, if I may suggest, you take a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, relax and enjoy, because this might take a little bit longer. As I said, her name is Victorian Beauties because it features several pictures and drawings from pretty Victorian ladies, and the whole theme goes, of course, back into this era. And I think this is also represented by how I made the cover. By the way, how I made the cover. The cover consists of this extremely, I think, beautiful cotton fabric in this very pretty red and beige tones. And I have decorated it further with a red trim and also this double lace over here. And then I have created a collage from different material and further added a cameo on top of it, so that it really looks Victorian. Also, I added some lace on the bottom of the journal. The spine has the same fabric, however, in inverted colors, which I find very special because it has exactly the same design, but it's on a white background with red flowers, whilst the other one is the other way around. And when you have a look now at the back side, then you see it's again the same fabric from the front side. And I have added a pocket from lace and this pretty trim. In this pocket I have added tag which I have created from several fabrics, stamping, sewing, gluing, all the different things. And of course it's the picture of a Victorian lady, and she sits here and waits for you. So as I said, this one is a big one, bigger than the ones I recently did, because I was really in the mood of doing it like this. I give you the dimensions first, as usual, in centimeters. 21 times 14, and it comes with a 7 centimeter spine, and this means in inches 8 1/4, 5 2/4, and 2 3/4. So yeah, her alligator mouth doubles the size of the spine, so it's 14 centimeters respectively 5 2/4 alligator mouth. But the good news is that in this journal there are several decoration elements which are bulky, but they can be taken off easily, so that you can really make it slimmer and can use it for whatever you want. And as I said, there are also several or quite a lot of empty or slightly decorated pages. So this allows the future owner of this journal to bring in his own inspiration, ideas and whatsoever. But let's go inside. The journal is being closed by a double ribbon from sari silk and vintage sari, so my beloved vintage saris, which I love to use in each and every journal. And they have different length, and this is on purpose because I wanted to add a little bit more interest to it. So it will be probably a little bit difficult to hold it the whole time because it also is quite heavy. Look at it. this is how it opens. But let's go from the beginning. In total, it has, I think, 120 pages, bigger pages, bigger pages. I haven't counted the smaller ones. And it has 5 spines, 5 signatures. So let's open the beauty. And it starts with the first signature, but on the left-hand side you see the decoration from the inside, and this is made from a very pretty wallpaper, and it carries a belly band from a trim which is decorated with some small pearls in a light pink brownish tone. And I have added a journaling card to it, which corresponds to the decoration of the first signature. So all of the 5 signatures, of course, are decorated with some nice cover pages, and they are all sewn around. And this one from the first signature also carries a ruffle from hand-dyed silk. So this is what I like to do, because I love always the surprise how the colors come out when you add different watercolors. This is what I do on this white silk. So let's open it. Here you see a little pocket, and in this pocket there are 2 journaling cards. This one is created with some silk bow, and on the opposite side there are 2 pockets with tags. And the pockets I have glued on in a way that it's only glued on 2 edges, so that you can be more versatile with adding things into it, like this or that or whatever way you want. And also, of course, as I mentioned, there is a lot of laces in this journal. So I have, I love laces, and I love decorating with laces, and this is what I did. And most of them are sewn on the pages, like this one. Here you see a little bit from Edith Holden, which has been coffee dyed, and it's from February. It says Februar because it's a German Edith Holden booklet, which I used, and and we have February, and I thought this is the right thing to do. I have used mainly coffee dyed paper, but also some eco dyed ones like this here, and you see the pattern of the leaves and of the different colors it makes, and I love it because, as I say again, this is also a surprise whatever you do when you do eco dyeing, at least for me. And also I have used pastel colors in teal blue and in green and in pink. And here I have used a smaller piece of paper. This is one of those which I have not counted, and a picture of some vintage sewing activity. And here I have double laces or a trim and some lace. And on the back side there is a pocket with a Victorian lady, and I have used some gold waxing on the edges, so to make it further precious. So, and this one behind this pocket, this is also open, and I have added a little bit of a cardstock in different motifs, in this nice red tone and in the nice green ones on the back side. This is decoration. This is one of the empty pages. Here I have added some a piece of paper which I have colored, dyed with different colors, and I have stamped on it, and I've used different things, and I thought it's a nice color element, and therefore I added it here. And this is coffee dyed paper, a little bit lighter, and gives a nice tone, nice sound. Coffee dyed with some bigger lace, and on the opposite side very nice digital paper, I think, in this grayish tone with some rose motifs, and of course the picture of a Victorian lady behind a belly band. So here there is a card from a postcard from the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, and it features a pattern which has been created in 1912. Of course, this is not an original, it's an original card, but it's not the original painting. some special paper over here with some Parisian motifs. And here on the next page, this is this kind of flippy out, which I love to do because as I say, I love ruffles and I love my sari silks, and I use them in each and every journal, or almost each and every journal, and I love to add them on the edges of the pages like this, so that you have a longer journaling card decorated with some silk ruffles, and you can put it in here, but you can also leave it out if you don't like it. So you are very flexible. It's a versatile journal. Here on the next page, this is one of the flip outs, and it's also a Victorian lady which can be flipped up. Again, massive space for writing. Some nice lace over here. Okay, now we come to the first bulky element in this journal, and I take it off and show it to you so that you can see what I mean. I have created this little booklet, and this little booklet I have also decorated with a collage from different material, from some sari silk over here, some vintage doilies, some laces, some sari decoration, and a picture of a Victorian lady, which I have also further, let's say, beautified with some gold waxing. And this is a decoration collage which you can take off, can use for whatever, but you can keep it like this. And this is the booklet. You can open it, and it carries some ephemera or some tags, some smaller things. Here there's a dressing doll and some other smaller things. And you can also open it like this. And here I have 2 tags and a small, maybe journaling card. It looks like this. So this is something you may or may not want to keep in this journal. I have created this pocket to carry this small booklet here, and made it a little bit wider so that it can really take the width of this booklet. So now we get to the other pages. Here's some sticker decoration in a vintage motif which I liked. And this one is an envelope which I have created from some gift paper, wrapping paper, which is so pretty. And it opens with this thread and these 2 little circles. And inside there is also a motif from the Victorian era, I think, and it features a sewing machine. So, and this envelope is expandable, a little bit expandable, so you could put in more things. So this is again a sticker, and this is another picture of a Victorian lady, and she sits in this pocket which I have created from the fabric, which you are going to see several times in this journal, because I love it for decoration purposes as well as for creating pockets, because it's quite light, and it of course allows the background to shine or show through. So this was the end of the first signature. We come to number 2. And number 2 again starts with a nice digital paper, which has been further decorated by lace and a trim in pink and white colors to match this graphic as well as the one from the opposite side. The inside has been decorated with vintage music paper, and also carries a Victorian lady. The painting, I think this is the painting of a Victorian lady. And here I have created a pocket from different laces and further material. On the right hand side I did some stenciling using rose motifs in this turquoise distress oxide. And I added a paper clip which I have created from different strips of paper, showing some envelopes put together. I love it. It looks so cute. It looks so nice. And of course you can use it as a paper clip. And this paper clip on the opposite side holds some piece of paper which I have dyed in different green tones, and also did some stamping on top of it showing some wildflower, butterfly scenery. Some pretty lace on this side, and the back side has a little pocket with 2 journaling cards, 2 tags. And this one again is from Edith Holden. You can flip it up, and behind the page it has been glued on has also been further decorated by some fancy stitching. This is old book paper. This is an envelope which I have created from very old book paper, and it's very brittle, therefore I have added some washi tape here. And inside there is a small card with a Victorian lady. So, and I put it back here. This is of course also something you can take out if you don't want it, and by that make the journal a little less bulky. This is also a flip out thing, which is a pocket, which has 2 elements in it. It has the window element has been created or has been decorated by this smaller tag. And on the back side I have added another journaling card which shows a Victorian painting. And this is a pocket, and in this pocket there are 2 journaling cards, smaller ones. Coffee dyed paper, blank, so for writing. Again a flip out, and here some rose motifs, and behind this belly band another card. Some nice trim. Stenciling here, old book page, stitching. Another pocket with, it's not really a pocket because it's more a belly band pocket. You can put things through it. And it's in this, pretty bluish, grayish, brownish tones, which I love so much. And I have added this pretty trim over there. Again, this stenciling with this turquoise distress oxide. And the old music paper. And this is the end of the second signature. Now we come to number 3. And number 3 on the cover page shows a dress from this Victorian era, which I have further decorated by adding some laces here and also there. And I have turned this into a pocket. And when you tear on the ruffles, which I have created from sari silk, you can take out a huge journaling card or a bigger journaling card with 2 Victorian ladies. Again, this might be bulky. You can take it off and you can use the pocket for whatever or not use it at all. Here I did some stamping with some nice trim. This is a paperback which I have sewn in the middle and by that turned into a double pocket, and in this double pocket there are 2 tags with some nice flowers. Lace over here. This is a motif from Stemperia paper which shows this very romantic picture with roses and butterflies. This is a mandala with gold elements. And on this page here, what you see there is a tag which I have created by collaging different paper on top of each other on both sides. And I used also gold waxing, I used wallpaper here, and I added this very pretty picture of 3 butterflies. And this is very well in tune with the butterflies from this Stemperia paper. Here again this rose motif stenciling, and this is paper which I dyed myself by applying different color crystals on coffee dyed paper. And again, always a surprise. Some nice trim, lace. Now we come to the center of the 3rd signature. So this is the center spot, and the center spot opens like this. And what you see here is the view into a theater. And this theater can also be opened. You can take the pages off like this. And what you see here on both sides, I have added the picture of Victorian ladies, which I have cut out with specific scissors and also gold waxed on the edges. I have done this on both sides here. And I have also created pockets, but I used this very, as I told you, I love it, this very pretty fabric because it allows to see the background paper, and I have glued it also on two sides so that it's easier for you or for whoever to put things in and take things out. So that's the center spot. So let's close it. So this is, of course, again, this stenciling. And here there's another flip out. And this flip out comes in this corresponding teal green tones. And also on the inside of the flip out, you find the same color scheme. And I have added a tag where I have put some sari silk as decoration on top. And here, this is a side pocket, as you can see, and it carries a postcard, or the motif of a postcard. This is another pocket, and I have used the label of a wine bottle because I love this ornament so much, and I have glued on the picture of a Victorian lady. So this is how it looks, and of course I used gold waxing. And behind this, or in this pocket, there is a tag with a rose motif. And this is ruffle from coffee dyed paper, which I have zigzagged. Yeah, this butterfly I did by using paper napkins, decoupaging it, embossing it, and putting some glitter onto it. Again, plain paper. Also here, as I said, there is room for writing and there is room for your inspiration as well. So we come to the end of the third signature, and also the end of the third signature carries a pocket, and in this pocket there is another Victorian lady. Yeah, the name I think is true to the content because it goes on with another Victorian beauty, which is the decoration of the signature number 4. And here I have used a ruffle from a curtain, and I love this beige tones, and it also has a little bit of gold shimmer, which you probably cannot see. And I also love that it does fray, because it gives it this shabby chic, old vintage, whatever look, which is so much in tune with this Victorian theme. So we come to another bulky element on the next page. So let's turn it. And what you see here first is many things. But first of all, you see this is a belly band. And behind this belly band, there are different elements. This is one of this self-dyed paper. This is something where I have dyed a piece of paper, aquarelle paper, and have done some stamping with some wildflower motifs. And this is a tag, our journaling card. So put it back or put it aside. This one you can take out and you can open it like this, and inside there is a tiny, I wouldn't even call it journaling card, journaling mini thing, and it's here. So this is something which of course is a little bit bulky. You can keep it, you can take it out, but I thought it's a nice way, new way of doing things. So I was really happy to try out some new things in this journal, and that's the one of those. On the next page here, this is some special paper in a vintage motif. Another self-created tag only on the front page I did the decoration, and I added different materials, some burlap, some 3D butterfly, and some wallpaper and different other paper. And here there's a frame which I created and added different acrylic paints onto it and some further decoration, and it's a tuck spot. This is also bulky, of course. You can take this off as well. Let's go on. On the next page there is a pocket, and in this pocket there is a mini journal, mini journal, different pieces of paper from eco dyed paper and coffee dyed paper, and I did also some stenciling. And there's another postcard. Also I added some glittery trim here on this pocket to further decorate it. Some vellum paper from Tim Holtz, some fancy stitching. This is another of this flippy out things like this, and I did it on this very pretty eco dyed paper. On this side here, what you can see is further decoration. You can take off this paper clip, which is created from some cardstock, nothing fancy. And you can open this, and behind it you see a pocket with 2 tags. And this whole thing has been decorated with 3 layers of lace. Here, this is not a tuck spot, this is rather a belly band, so it's a combination of both. And I have added another one of those cards from the Victoria Albert Museum, and this pattern has been created apparently 1876. So, some nice ruffle. Ah yeah, I love these tags. I just came across them recently and I have used them consistently in my last 4 journals. So this is the dress in a tag form, and I love it, and it's there, and it sits in a pocket which I have created from collaging different fabrics, scraps of fabric, different laces all together, and I've added some further lace on the end. And this is just some decoration over here, nothing special. Another tuck spot or another pocket, and also decorated with lace, this time in more blue colors. Oh, this comes off, I have to glue it again. And this tag I have created by decoupaging and embossing. No, this is not embossed. Decoupaging and putting on some glitter and some varnish. A ruffle from old book page. Eco dyed paper. Fancy stitching. This is another pocket. Here with flowers with butterflies, and here with some wallpaper ornaments, and inside there is another painting motif from this era, the Victorian era. So this was number 4, and we come to the last one, but have a look before to the decoration of the 2 signatures. Isn't this nice? And here I have added a ruffle on top of a lace decoration for this signature. And inside there's another flower motif, digital paper. Paper doily, some fringy trim, which I love because of these little fringes. And on this side there is another of my self-created tags. This time it has been embossed, and it's also put on some varnish and a little bit of glitter. And this is butterfly tag, as you can see, or journaling card, or whatever you want to name it. This is some pretty fabric. I love it. It's really, really precious, and I think it makes a nice decoration, and it's very nice in tune with this color scheme from the opposite side. Yeah, you see this one is pink paper, which I have coffee dyed so that it's tuned down or toned down a little bit. Here this is a little belly band, you can say, and it has some cardstock over there with rose motifs, a little bit of decoration on the end, and I have glued on a self-created envelope where I have used this fancy stitching and this pretty blue fabric, and inside there is a card for writing or whatever. Again, this stenciling, some nice trim over here, vellum paper with some gold elements, a sticker, decoupaging on an envelope, also with putting some glitter and putting on some glossy varnish. Created this pocket, and inside this pocket I have a small card or a little card where I have used some modeling paste on it to create some 3D effects or more haptic effects. Yeah, so this is plain paper, and this is baking paper, as you might know, and I used it to secure a little bit the thing which is behind, because I have added here a bigger journaling card which I have created by collaging different paper and also fabrics on top of each other, and also having some gold waxing around. And because I thought it would be a pity if it's being ruined or harmed or whatsoever, I added the baking paper, and I also added this transparent pocket so that it can be seen. And of course this is also a little bit bulky because of the fabric, and you can take it off. So, and this is something you can flip out. Again, my self-dyed paper. You can flip it out like this, flip it out like that. This is Stamperia, and here you see a huge journaling card. And I love how the colors match. This pink and pink here, and the green and the blue. Was not intended, but it happened. So I think oops, this does not belong here. We are almost at the end. I think this is probably almost the last decoration. Yeah, here this is a piece of paper which you can enlarge a little bit. Some lace over there, paper doily, and another journaling card which has been decorated also with a silk bow. It sits here, and also this one here is sari silk, which I have added on this pocket. And also you can see there is some lace on the edge of this one. Yeah, so this was the monster, as I call her, the Victorian Beauties. I hope you liked it. It is available, she is available in my Etsy shop. Have a look if you want. I hope to see you soon, and let's keep on creating. Bye bye so far, Martina.